Chris here with Super Savvy Travelers. Hey, before I do anything, please like this video and subscribe to our channel because we have a lot of crazy good information coming up. And go follow me on Instagram at Chris Sobolev. There's a lot of really cool stuff over there that I don't necessarily share here that you might want to see. So anyway, Pete has been combing through the real estate listings and in fact is working on an app for that, which is going to make your lives a whole lot easier. However, what he looks for is high value. He doesn't look for cheap or expensive or anything like that. He looks for high value properties, and he found this one. And it is with our beloved Mirko, and it is a crazy deal. It's an independent house on 2 levels. It's on 4.5 acres of land on the road going from Torrita to Sinalunga, or Sinalunga to Torrita, depending which way you're going. And it's right in that little country area across from the fields where they have all the sunflowers and then the cows down there. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful, like farmy area, but Sinalunga is just a stone's throw and Torrita is just a stone's throw. So you have your outlets, you have your super big supermarkets, you have all your clothing shops and everything you ever need within a very short drive from where you would be. Now, this house is a great value because it's on 2 levels, 240 square meters, which is almost 3,000 square feet, in pretty darn good shape we've seen going through it. And the price is ridiculously low. It's 224,000 euros and it's negotiable. So obviously the sellers are extremely motivated to get this in the hands of a new buyer, somebody who wants to take it and love it. So let's go through this thing together because it's really cool. So here's the front of the house, and with a little love in the garden too, you can make this really spectacular. I would see a beautiful path going up to it with those pointy cypresses that we all love so much. Some lawns out there, it could be stunning. You've got a beautiful balcony with stunning views. So you can see from this photo here, this is the back of the house. You can see that there are the annexes for the animals, and it's on a huge chunk of land. Landscapingly speaking, you can do a lot with this thing. You could even turn it into a B&B if you wanted to. It's that big with that much space. Here's another photo of the outbuildings for the animals and the garden. My goodness, it's massive. That looks like you could put a football field out there. You probably could. A lot of trees on the property, beautiful property. Now, here we are inside, and this is the Soggiorno area and the kitchen area. There's a cute little arch going from the kitchen to the Soggiorno and vice versa. It looks very livable. The floors look to be in good shape if you want to keep them. However, it's quite a simple thing to put new tiles over the top of them. The paint job looks in good shape. I see that they have some stoves in here for heat. There's a picture of the stove. I don't see heat in this particular room, but I did see thermosifoni, which are radiators, in the rest of the house. So it might be a very simple thing to put it in there if you want to, or just use the stoves or put a split. Splits are very inexpensive and they're very easy to install. I'd probably put a split in there rather than opening the walls and putting in another thermosifoni. So as you can see, this living room here is really, really big. Living room, dining room, which is kind of what they use it for. Now, the kitchen itself is a good-sized kitchen. It's not massively huge, but, you know, since your living room area is so big, you could get a cristalliera or some kind of other furniture there that you could put, you know, your glasses and stuff in. That'd be very simple, but there's plenty of room for a good-sized kitchen. Now, this particular kitchen I would not keep. It's not my style. I would want something brand new and something that I created myself, and there's probably a lot you could do even with this space. But again, you could spill out into the other room. Now also, if you don't like that arch there, you could open that whole space up, and that would give you a lot of space for more kitchen. Now here's the entry, looks like, and there is a cantina here going off. Either that's the cantina or the garage. I can't decide which, but that's what's happening there. Staircase going up, and then you are inside the house. And I love that they have these glass partitions that wall off the areas because it keeps the heat in. It also keeps the cool in summer when you're trying to cool down the space. Now, here's one of the bedrooms. This has 3 bedrooms. It has 1 bathroom. I would add another bathroom. You have plenty of room upstairs. These bedrooms are massive. There's 2, they say matrimonial, which means roller skating rink bedrooms. And then there's 1 single bedroom. I think they call it a single bedroom because they only have a single bed in it. But honestly, you could easily fit a matrimonial bed in here. So I wouldn't even call that a single bedroom. Now this appears to be like the hallway, which is nice and wide and I love. And you got that beautiful balcony off of that. Of course, I would put a coffee station in this hallway up in the zona norte, where up with the sleeping area. You come out in the morning, you're foggy, in your slippers, and you make your coffee and you take it out for your little bistro table and overlook and wake up to all the farm animals waking up and everything else. Really beautiful views from there. Here's the bathroom. It's got a tub. We're not tubby people. We would rip that out and put in a shower. I don't know if you like those tiles. Just redo the whole thing. Make it all beautiful. Get rid of the toilet. Get rid of the bidet. The toilet sticks out really far, as we've talked about previously in videos. The old toilets, they have this, pipe that comes out, and it's like 6 inches, into the room. The new ones go flush to the wall, so you have so much more space. And you can get rid of those unsightly tanks on the back, which, they're just molto brutto. And these pedestal sinks, yes, they're very pretty, but I like the new sinks because they have storage underneath, and you open them up, you've got your toilet paper, you've got extra towels, you've got soap, everything you need there. And of course, the old medicine cabinets, I would just swap them out. So you can see that the bathroom itself is very large. I don't see a washer in there, but you could easily put one in there. Now, here's the cantina, and it's interesting. It looks like they're really serious winemakers there. They got the squishy thing that you squish the grapes. They got the big tanks that look very, very aluminum and professional. I don't know if one equates to the other, but it looks aluminum and professional to me, so there you go. What a cool space, though. I mean, it's all brick, that whole Torrita, Sinalunga, Tuscany brick thing going on. I don't know if you want to make wine. You could make wine, totally. However, I would clear everything out. I would make it into a beautiful taverna and put a little kitchen down there, so that you could have your dinner parties and things. I mean, it could be a beautiful taverna. And there's another space here. It looks like a little, cantina or something like that. And then you've got a massive garage. Well, it's not massive. It's enough for one car. But it's a good-sized garage. And you could probably add on to the garage if you really wanted to. However, look at this, you guys. If you wanted a house and you didn't want to pay $1 million for it, which a lot of them go for, if they're all done up and they're nice and everything's all done, they go for a lot in this area. This is right around the Montepulciano, Pienza, Cortona area. Very high-end stuff down there, and the villas are usually very expensive. I can't believe the price on this one. The only thing I can think of is they really want to get rid of it. So I think you could jump on it and have a beautiful space. Now, Lorella can come in. She can help you put it together exactly the way you want it. I would put in another bathroom. That's about 5, 6, 7K for another bathroom. A few thousand to fix the other bathroom. I don't know. If you like the floors, you can keep them. Otherwise, you redo the floors. There's not a lot that needs to be done in this house from what I'm seeing. Of course, I would have Lorella go through it. She's our architect, and tell you exactly what needs to be done. But this, I think, is a great value for that area and for what you get. So let me know in the comments, what would you do to this house? And in fact, if you buy this house and you renovate it and you want to feature it on the channel, we would love that. So there you go, guys. This one's a deal. Somebody's going to jump on it. We'll see you soon.